Okay, this is really weird for me. Friends, don't be shocked. It is me. I had some time this morning. I thought, okay, I'm just going to try and blow dry my hair down. And now I don't feel like I look like myself. So we'll see how this daily message goes in terms of like, can I get the same flow, not feeling like I actually look like myself. But let's move right along, shall we? Because I'm already delayed. Woohoo! Okay, so the message for today that came to me the minute I woke up, so I was like, okay, someone needs to hear it. Yes, is this. It is all in how you deliver things. And here's what I mean. When we have to communicate with others, especially when it comes to maybe setting a boundary or speaking our truth or providing some feedback, constructive criticism, anything of this nature, you're initially going to have feelings of stress, overwhelm. You're going to think, oh, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? Like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. And all of these things, these fear-based thoughts are going to naturally start to come up. It is part of the human experience. That's simply how it is. There's no avoiding it. But in order to move forward and be able to say the things and articulate what it is you want to say, because sometimes, as we all know, if we don't say the things we want to say and we put them on the back burner, it starts to bubble up. We start to feel resentment, bitterness, anger. We become passive aggressive because we're not communicating in a way that is effective in the moment in which we need to, right? So we might say in the moment, if we're trying to set a boundary with someone, we might say yes to something or like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I'd love to do that. But then in our mind, we're like, no, no, God, no. If any of you are Office fans, you would have gotten that right away. So then we go and do the thing and we haven't articulated that we really didn't want to do it. And then before you know it, you're like, oh, why did I do this? Why am I here? You're feeling bitter and angry, right? But then the moment has passed. It's too late, right? But I want you to keep this in mind. Even if you have to to give somebody news that might not be so great, if you have to communicate some feedback, it's all in the delivery. And if you are moving from a place of love, if you are moving from a place of actual compassion for the person and with whom you're speaking with, that is your energetic output. So the person you're talking to, if you have this, like, I'm coming from love and I'm going to talk to you in a gentle manner, in a compassionate tone, but still being articulate and not aggressive, but that's not the right word. It's another word that starts with A. Anyway, I'll think of it. But if you're setting yourself up and you're being firm in the way you're speaking, but you're also being kind and compassionate, that's going to go a long way. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make the other person feel better, and it's going to prevent you from getting to a place where you become that angry, bitter person that feels like their throat is restricted in a lot of ways, right? Because that's where we get to if we're not speaking our mind, if we're not telling people how we feel. And so many women, I have spoken to so many of you. I've had the absolute pleasure of speaking to so many of you. And all of you kind of have the same, and I myself included, trust me, I still struggle with this to this day. It's still hard for me to communicate sometimes and articulate the things I want to say, but it is a learning process, but so many of us quiet ourselves. So many of us choose to say nothing because we don't want to hurt another person. Or alternatively, we will say something and then we will over-explain why we're saying it. And that is a reaction that comes from being taught to be a people pleaser, being taught to be nice and accommodating and give back to others and all of these things. It's like those were the things that we were always taught. That's what was instilled in us when we were kids, and it's just continued on now into adulthood, right? But we can still be kind, we can still be accommodating, we can still be the people that we are, the kind, caring, compassionate people, but we can also stand in self-worth and speak to our truth, speak to our authenticity, and be able to tell others what it is we need or want, or even if we're trying to set a boundary with them, even that too, just being able to do so. And it really helps to know it's all in the delivery. It's all in the delivery. It's all in the delivery, right? And that will help to soothe you, because put yourself in that other person's perspective. If you're practicing, let's say delivering some constructive criticism, you're a boss, you have to talk to an employee, whatever it is, if you're coming from that place of love, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Try it out on yourself. Like, okay, if I were the person I was speaking to and I received this message in this kind, compassionate, but firm way, how would I feel? And that's going to take some of the edge off. So keep that in mind. It is all in the delivery. How you communicate is all in the delivery and how you spin it. If you come from a place of aggression, or if you come from a place of anger, or bitterness, people are going to feel it. But if you come from love and kindness and that's your vibration, it's going to go a whole heck of a long way, and it's going to make this process easier. And with that, I hope you are all happy, healthy, and abundant. And of course, make it a great day, make it a great day. Oh man. We'll see how this hair goes today. I'll see you soon.